Coach Nikki, and I'm talking to you from Delhi, India. I've just landed here in Delhi, and it gave me a perfect moment because if you guys saw my post just moments ago, coming down through the smog into Delhi was really kind of depressing. But it gave me a moment to talk about something that I was dealing with up in Chandigarh. There, I was dealing with family stress for the individuals and abuse. I'm going to talk about something from the standpoint of stress and the importance of removing that pollution from your life, not just in the physical sense and what you eat, but also what you put into your mind. And I get to admit that's where I'm going to be focusing. Now, you guys, before I forget, you guys can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me, and it's Success Breeds Success on Instagram. You can follow on Twitter at Coach Nikki, and that's Niki. And you can also follow on LinkedIn, Coach Nikki. Now, each place, including here, is different stuff. So I don't want everybody being bored by what they see. So there's different things in different places. And if you're looking for deeper things, you'll find it over at LinkedIn. But for videos, we're going to go right here. Now, today we're going to talk about pollution of the mind and pollution of the body. It is all connected. As I sank down through the clouds and in through the smog, I could feel my whole attitude and my positive, just who I am, just condensing and dropping. And everything that is around you, everything that is in your life affects you. And I don't just mean on a physical level, it also affects you mentally, emotionally, even spiritually. And there needs to be a balance. And if there isn't a balance, it's very easy to succumb to the stress in your life. Now, I'm actually in the middle of traffic, which I absolutely cannot stand. It stresses me out every single time, especially when I look out, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this. When I look out and I see the lines on the road that are being completely ignored, new lanes being created where there aren't any. Right now, the good news is that it's only been created into 4 lanes instead of the 5. By the way, this is a 3-lane highway. And there's all sorts of things all around me and lots of noise, and that stresses me out. Now, I know that it stresses me out, so I tend to stay away from areas that have lots of traffic and avoid the hours that normally that's happening. But there are other things that I can do, that I am doing right now in the car as I watch us almost hit another vehicle. Such as, I can actually take myself and look at the situation. Now, my heart tends to speed up, especially like, for example, here in India, there are moments where a car will be coming in the wrong direction or the taxi will go in the wrong direction against traffic towards it, and be honking its horn like, well, how dare you guys be in the wrong area. And I use tools to calm my heart and to calm my mind in these situations. Now, if I were to think negatively and constantly choose to fill my brain with negative things on top of what I'm seeing, this could be an extremely depressive situation, not just something that raises my heartbeats. And by the way, we've now entered a road that's we're just going to ignore it. Ignore the lines. We've entered into an area that's less stressful for me, but not by much. But if I filled my brain with thoughts that were negative and pollute my thoughts on the inside, it's like putting a really bad apple in with good apples. If I put a moldy apple that's starting to grow and put spores out, what's it do to the other apples? Yeah, they're all going to turn bad. The same thing happens in your mind and in your body. When you pollute your mind with thoughts that just don't work for you, you create more negative thoughts. You create more pollution. When you put negative crap into the body, you're going to get crap back. No matter how you look at it, no matter how you handle it afterwards. You know, you're gonna get crap back one way or another. It might be crap out, i.e. your offering to the white throne. But when you are overrun, and you can tell I'm having difficulties even doing this video, and I'm doing this on purpose. I want you guys to see how this stuff affects me, because I'm in the middle of it and I still have issues. I just use my tools in the middle of it. So I'm watching what's happening in front of us, not just talking to you guys. There's cars slamming on their brakes ahead of us and then shooting forward. And there isn't a car here that doesn't have at least one major ding on it. So, using my tools, I'm still able to focus and keep going, though I may have to stop for a second, so just bear with me. But going back to pollution of the mind, when you let that stuff in, it doesn't just sit there, it actually begins to fester. It begins to fester, it begins to impact other areas. You might even find that part of it working its way out, it may actually come out the oral orifice as well, in the form of you start saying it to others. You might find that you may mouth off to somebody that you've never mouthed off before, or somebody that you respect, and you're like, where the freak did that come from? Or what the hell did I just say? So how do you handle this? When you have things like that happening, start finding the positives. Take a deep breath. Take a moment. If you've just mouthed off to somebody that you really respect, stop immediately. Say, look, whoa, stop, just a moment. I'm so sorry. You know, I don't know where that came from. There's been some stress, and I apologize, and let me start over. The worst thing that can happen is they get pissed off, they walk off, you may lose your job. Yay. But you're still alive. But on the most likely positive, they might hear you and listen. Because there's really just no point here. And I'm going to show you what I'm sitting at. Do you see anything? While there is a top, there isn't a bottom. So, does that answer your question, Richard? So, anyway, sorry you guys, I'm watching, we're about to go from a 3-lane and it's changing into 8, and a car is going all the way across. It's stopping traffic, and we have people going up and off ramp to get in here. I've lost track of what I was saying, you guys. It happens. Ah, yes. So when you mouth off, you immediately do let them know what's going on. You don't have to tell them everything that's in your mind, but acknowledge it. Say, you know what, look, I'm so sorry. Let me just start over. And I didn't mean to disrespect you. You know, just be aware and make them aware. It's more likely to protect your job by doing that than other things. And in reference to working with others and running a team, it's very important that you actually have someone outside of that to where you can take your stress to. If you have to stop what you're doing and say, give me 5 minutes, we'll reconvene, step out, make that phone call, let it go, step back in, before you step back in, refocus, recenter, and get back to work. There's nothing wrong with that. But you got to do this on a consistent basis until you can get yourself back to that even keel. For me, right now, even keel is going to be me getting out of traffic and getting back to my hotel and having a wonderful detox moment. You guys, I just want to make a quick video, you guys can see how this affects me a little bit. It's a part of life. I live with it, I deal with it, and I keep going. You guys, have a great day, and enjoy yourselves. Stay out of trouble, cause plenty. This has been Coach Nikki in the middle of traffic in India, and it's been great talking with you guys. And Richard, I hope I answered your question. There's nothing better than showing it than just saying it.